Kinds of Kindness is a brand new 2024 film directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. And this is the guy that gave us Poor Things just last year, which ended up getting quite a bit of Oscar buzz. And he's back with another film straight to the next year. This is the guy who also gave us Dogtooth. I have a review for Dogtooth on the channel. Dogtooth was his first film, and if you want to hear a little bit more about the blasphemy and the craziness of that film, go check that out if you've never heard of it, especially. But Kinds of Kindness is definitely the type of film that is taking more roots of the Dogtooth kind of thing. He also did Killing of a Sacred Deer. I definitely say this film is very Killing of a Sacred Deer as well. It's not Poor Things, is basically what I'm getting at. Poor Things is a much more straightforward kind of, I would say, lighter film. It's easier to digest in a lot of ways. This one is very weird and strange and more Lanthimos style than than Poor Things was. This is an anthology, so you have three stories going on here, and what's interesting is you have the same actors in each segment playing different characters. So each story is separate, but you got Jesse Plemons, you got Emma Stone, you've got Willem Dafoe in here. Hong Chow is in here as well. I liked seeing her in The Whale, and I like that she's getting more roles now after that. And the segments are bizarre to say the least, okay? This is another film you don't want to know too much about, so I'll keep things brief. But first segment starts off with Jesse Plemons and Willem Dafoe's characters. Willem Dafoe is basically his boss and his lover, seemingly. And Jesse Plemons works under him, and basically you have this most extreme version of dominant and submissive going on between two men, as extreme as you possibly can. Like, Willem Dafoe will control every single aspect of every single thing that Jesse Plemons does at all times. And Jesse Plemons and Willem Dafoe are also married to women as well. So, but they still have this weird connection to each other. And when Jesse Plemons basically starts stepping out of line, or kind of he wants to leave the situation, leave the company, Willem Dafoe starts to really mess with his life, and things go very bonkers, very fast. There's one scene too where Willem Dafoe basically asks Jesse Plemons to do something that is too much. That's the one thing that he just said he can't accept and say yes to. So things go to hell after that, and really, really bizarre shit starts happening. And I'm gonna end each description with that, like, because I can't get into anything. It's just really bizarre shit, and it's things that'll make you either awkwardly laugh or just have your jaw drop in the theater, or if you're wherever you watch it. So the second segment has to do with this. This one was interesting because there's this illness, this mental illness that I don't know the name of, but it's when you think people are imposters. Like, you think that somebody you know is no longer actually that person, but some clone replaced them, and now the person that's with you is a clone of the person that you used to know, and you think, or somebody like replaced their soul or something like that. It's a really scary and interesting concept. But this guy, played by Jesse Plemons again, Emma Stone is his wife. I think it's his wife. She goes missing, and or is it Hong Chow that goes missing? I'm sorry, I might be mistaken on that one. Regardless, somebody goes missing and comes back, and then Jesse Plemons starts to get imposter syndrome, essentially. He gets it with Emma Stone, though. There's some cannibalism thrown in here, and there's a lot of relation with food. I wouldn't say like menu style, but there's a lot of references and metaphors to food, I would say, and they, like I said, throw in some cannibalism in here as well. But the most interesting thing was that imposter syndrome that I had heard of, and I was intrigued to see it in this film. There's also, I will mention, a couple needle drops. There's one in the trailer with "Sweet Dreams Are Made of These." So if you've seen the trailer, there's that one, which is fantastic. But there's another needle drop that I will not talk about, but it definitely made me happy, and it definitely made me go, yes, I love this track, and I'm so glad that he put it in here. Third act is basically about a cult that's led by Willem Dafoe and Hong Chow. And this was the one that I found the weirdest and the most hard to follow. This segment deals a lot with SA, so if you're sensitive to that, there's quite the scene of that. And the way it's directed, it's very scary, and especially with the aftermath. But the cult involves like cleansing people, and that relates to sex, and that relates to you know, all kinds of weird shit. And then there it has to do with dead bodies as well, and they're trying to find somebody who can raise the body. And Emma Stone plays this badass like sports car driving. I don't even know how to describe her character. She's so many personalities in one person in that segment, and she does a really good job. And this, she does. I'm not going to say that part. Something happens with Emma Stone that really made me laugh. Pretty much at the end of the movie. The only complaint I really had, I really enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. The only complaint I have really is that each segment, like I liked the first the best, and then the second best, and then the third the least. So my enjoyment was best to worst instead of worst to best, which is usually how I prefer to watch an anthology. But it still merits rewatch value like crazy, and it's just I love bonkers films like this. So if you already know Yorgos Lanthimos' style, then you know what you're getting yourself into. But if you don't, like if you've never seen a film by him before, buckle up with this one. And I don't know, maybe I would use this one as an introduction to him, but or maybe I would say Dogtooth is better, but he's a wild director, and he plays with some interesting ideas and concepts, and I really like that. So, Kinds of Kindness was a lot of fun, and I was really anticipating this one. It was one of my biggest anticipations of the year, and I finally got to watch it, and I loved it. I forget if I gave it a 4 or 4.5. I think I landed on a 4.5 though. But yeah, this one, there's so much to talk about too. That if this is the kind of film that I would really have to make notes for if I'm going to give a spoiler review, because there's so many things that happen in these segments, these stories that are they a lot of them go to a lot of places, and there's scenes like I said that'll make you like, what did I just watch kind of thing. So it's cool if you like that kind of stuff. It is very indie, very art house, but that's my kind of stuff. So if it's yours, go check it out some more. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.